Steve Shermer here again with your one and done picks for the 2023 RBC Heritage. And unlike some other years, this has a lot of money behind it. This got the elevated status. So, some years you can probably take a lot of chances because low purse, weaker field, maybe you can get, try and be a little cute this week. I probably wouldn't do that just because, a lot of money's on the line. You probably got to get a top 5 pick in order to keep up in your one and done contest. So why don't I give a couple of guys I like this week and then my official one and done pick at the end. So, when I look at RBC Heritage and I look at Harbor Town, one of the things that just comes to mind is just how good of an iron player you got to be here, especially from 100 to 175. And these par threes are really tough. They're all between 175 and 200. So no wonder when you look at guys who have won here, really good ball strikers. And, considering the weather forecast seems like it's going to be pretty calm conditions. They've gotten a lot of rain recently. It's going to be a soft golf course. Going to get a little rain during the tournament. Two guys just kind of come to mind for me is Victor Hovland and Kyle Morikawa. I love both those guys this week. Let's start with Victor Hovland, obviously coming off a really good finish at the Masters. You kind of saw a little bit with him that when it was really windy, some of his advantages with the ball striking went away, and then he was exposed around the greens. That's not going to really happen this week. I think the fact it's going to be really calm conditions, he's just going to fire pins. And, he's got some good success in some southeastern, shorter tracks, like, good finishes at, the Players Championship, a couple good finishes at Valspar. He's won Mayakoba twice. I don't really see a huge difference between things you got to do well at Mayakoba and things you got to do really well at Harbor Town. Couple of time winner at Albany. So maybe the guy likes some coastal tracks, like a Hovland. And then as far as Kyle Morikawa, he was definitely in the mix a couple of years ago. Again, took advantage of really soft conditions for the first 3 days and found himself in the mix. And then once the wind kicked up on Sunday, he got punted out to sea. So the fact that it's probably going to be, not all that windy, although I don't love his tee time draw in the afternoon. Might get a little windy on Thursday afternoon, but if he can survive that, he definitely can win this thing. So I love both those guys. I've already taken Hovland in my one and done contest. Have not taken Morikawa. Probably going to save him for a little bit. But if you want to use Morikawa this week, I like him. How about another guy that might be going a little bit under the radar because he doesn't really fit the prototype of what really works here? How about Sam Burns this week? And, he hit his irons really good at the Masters. Has been hitting his irons pretty good over the last couple of tournaments. It doesn't really show up on the stat page, though, because he is really up and down. He went through kind of a mid-season lull with his irons and pretty much everything for a little bit. But, those are doing pretty well. And if you think about all the courses that Sam Burns has won at, it's not these like really tough, like bomber tracks. It's a lot of these shorter positional ones like Valspar twice, Colonial he's won at, Austin Country Club. He won the match play there. So a lot of guys have done really well at those golf courses. Have done well at Harbor Town. And, Sam Burns is no exception. He's got a top 10 finish here too. So I really like Sam Burns a lot this week. He's not getting a whole lot of the ownership in DFS, which probably means he's not getting a whole lot of ownership in one and done contests. I like him a lot. And he already proved last year that he can win twice in a relatively short span. He won Valspar, and then I think 6 or 7 starts later, he won Colonial. So, he definitely can get hot and pile up multiple victories pretty soon. So I like Sam Burns a lot. Probably going to save him for another tournament, but that's a good option to use. But no, the guy I'm probably going to use, I didn't put him on my outright card this week, but I have a bet in on him. I can't really see a whole lot of other places where I'm going to use him, so I might as well just use Matthew Fitzpatrick this week. I like the fact that he finally gained strokes with his irons at the Masters, gained over a stroke per round actually with it. So the fact that that is back, hopefully that continues because, I talk about it at length on the Golf Gambling Podcast. I thought there was maybe an issue, a mechanical issue with his swing, especially with his irons. Seems like they might have got fixed. And he's been very solid at this place. He's basically a top 20 machine at Harbor Town. And considering he's just coming off a good, finish at the Masters with the T10, good iron performance, I think I can squeeze definitely a top 10 out of him, maybe a top 5, maybe even a win. So I'm going to go with Matthew Fitzpatrick. Again, I don't really see a whole lot of other places I'm going to use him. Might as well burn him this week. He's not drawing a lot of ownership in DFS, at least early in the week. Maybe he's going to get overlooked in your contest, and maybe you can really gain some ground if you're looking to climb to the standings. So Matthew Fitzpatrick, my official one and done pick for the RBC Heritage. And with that, go rate, review, and subscribe to the Golf Gambling Podcast. We'd love to hear feedback from you, and we appreciate all the support you guys give us. So with that, good luck with your one and done contest at the RBC Heritage this week.